Let's start. Let's try. Let's start. So Santos, it's a pleasure. Yeah. To oh, now there's no more echo. Now I don't hear myself.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good now.
Right. Great.
Beautiful.
But I don't know why I kind of hear myself in the background there. No? I don't know if you guys hear me in the
No, you sound good. I don't hear
single
it.
phase, but I hear myself in double phase in the earphone. Yeah, it's that software. Sometimes it acts up, but anyway, we'll go along with that. So yeah, so we are back on the Truman Show with Santos. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tonight. We're gonna be here for a while. Santos has a lot of stuff to share with us that we're gonna look into, and my great friend Rob is here also to join us. Rob Pinchot. He's pretty much the instigator behind that show because he came to me this week and with a nice message on Messenger exchanging with me, and he said, "Oh, I'm into Santos lately and syncretism and all that." I said, "Yeah, I want to have Santos back again." So and that started the whole thing, and
yeah, pleasure to be here, man.
Having Santos here and Rob on the Truman Show.
Yeah, it means so much.
Thanks, guys. Likewise. Yeah. It's always good to share with like-minded, intelligent truthers. Always. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, for us too.
For sure. So I've chosen a subject already, and I guess we could call it understanding how the universe works, how energy works. What I'll be doing is I'll be sharing a 10-minute video to start off with by Ken Wheeler, dealing with magnetism. So, and then I'll show some PowerPoint slides from my presentation called All is Atum, unreleased presentation. So I did share some of this presentation with you on our last show, Yannick, about the Torus Fields. Remember that? Anyway, yep.
Yeah.
So
okay, I solved the problem. It was me. It was me the problem. I solved it now.
Great. So last time I was with you, I did show some of my presentations from the PowerPoint presentation, All is Atum. So first I would like to play a video on magnetism, and I would like to ask all the viewers, sorry for looking down because I have this camera here in front of me for the whiteboard, and my laptop is where I'm looking at. I'm looking at you guys. So sorry for that, but this is the only way I could work it.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, yep. So what I'll be doing is asking the viewers, the listeners, to watch this 10-minute presentation very, very carefully, and then I will elaborate with my own input. And before that, I'd like to just show some PowerPoint presentations. So allow me to share my screen. I hope we can do this, and I'll be playing that video. Where are we? Yeah, share. Now, can you see that?
Yep.
You can see the video?
Yeah, we see you in the screen at the bottom.
No, you need to see the video.
Yeah,
share screen. I'm trying to share my screen. Let's see, how do I do this now? All right, you need to be seeing my video now.
No, we don't see anything.
We don't see anything. No.
Okay, maybe if I do it like this, turn it around.
Yep.
This is not the best way, is it?
Yeah, you know what happens? Yeah. Oh, never mind. That's good right there.
Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, I don't know whether I'm right on the
Yeah,
screen.
you should go down just a little bit.
How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. I'll play this.
A lot of requests for doing a 4K video showing you the... Okay, I had a lot of requests for doing a 4K video showing you the gigantic supercell. And so here we have it. Let's start off. But now we have 4 bulb magnets. Why am I not seeing any field right here? Think about it. Remember, a magnet is only defined by field coherency, correct? Okay, so why am I not really, I'm not seeing anything at all. Ignore this circle. This is actually a burn-in mark from a ring magnet, so you can ignore that. Why am I not seeing anything here? Remember that the magnetic fields are feeding themselves. Right now, I basically have a miniature Hallback array where each magnetic field is feeding directly into the other. So I can take these same 4, remember, magnetic field geometry, so I can take these same 4 magnetic balls and take them apart and put them in a straight line. Okay, so where they're not feeding each other, 1 goes into 2, goes into 3, go.
So let me just explain what you're seeing, this yellow screen. This is called a supercell, or a magnetic viewing film. It's very, very special. And this particular supercell is a new invention, and Ken Wheeler has just had it for a week, and now he's showing the magnificent energy of magnetism via magnets. So this is a very important video.
Goes into 4, and number 4 goes back into 1 again, right? So now they're just aligning themselves with the Earth's magnetic field. So now those are the same 4 magnetic balls, but they're spread out. You've never seen that in a video.
Please notice the spider shape of this magnet. You see all the lines, the magnetic lines. It looks very much like a centipede or a spider. And I will show you some of the Lima Nazca lines, and you see the big spider. It's absolutely a replica of this. And pay attention to all the animals you see from now on.
Before? Yeah. Did I explain that clearly? Field incommensurability. Field incommensurability. This light doesn't want to turn. It wants to slip on this super slick glass plate and go, I don't want to go that way. I want to go the way the Earth's magnetic polarity is telling me to point. I don't want to go the way you want me to point. Let's grab some other magnets, okay? Now, what should we do next? A really pretty one is a broken ring magnet. Right, because these break pretty easy. I haven't got many of these left. I've only actually got 3 of these left, but I got plenty of broken pieces left. So let's scoot Mr. Broken out here. There we go. There's Mr. Broken ring magnet. So remember, the magnetic field is a torus. A ring magnet is a torus by definition, so the actual shape of a ring magnet is the exact same shape as the magnetic field. But if we break that, then we're actually breaking the holographic incommensurability of the field. It's still a toroid. It doesn't matter whether it's actually shaped like the toroid or not. So now, since we have this missing section over here, the magnetic field is going, wait, it seeks its own pressure mediation. We actually see this at a low angle. And now you're thinking, why don't you point the damn camera at a low angle? Well, the reason I don't is because if I did that, you'd actually see all these LEDs and they blind you instead of seeing the field. That's why you have to own one of these instead of looking at it through camera video. How about that? Now, you see this? Now this is a broken ring magnet. What do you think the ring magnet looks like? Let me scoot this out of the way and grab the ring magnet. Where you at, ring baby? Here we are. Here we are. Let's just slowly scoot them out onto the ice. There we go.
Wow.
This is the first ever in the world 4K video of a supercell.
Oh.
You see the pyrograph-like pattern here? Now, the magnet is exactly the same shape. Well, it's flat, but it's still a torus. Magnet is the same shape as the magnetic field. Remember, there's nothing feeding this. This is just, if you were to look at this at a deep angle, you actually see about 4 inches of holographic depth. Magnetoholography. Look.
Fascinating.
Gets better.
You see the spirograph right here? In the center, we actually have a hyperboloid formation, correct? Hyperboloid. What's the inverse of the hyperboloid?
Torus.
Hourglass-like shape patterns, hyperboloid. We have the torus. The negative image of a torus is a hyperboloid. The negative image of a torus, or a hyperboloid, is a torus. The negative image of a torus is a hyperboloid. The negative image of a hyperboloid is a torus. That's the conjugate nature of the universe. We're seeing it right here. Let's grab another magnet. What should we grab? Let's actually stick this underneath. Let me actually lift this up and scoot it underneath a little bit, and then bring it down. There we go. Now I'm just going to move the supercell around.
I'll just pause here for a minute, guys. See the little torus field here, and then there's the bigger torus field, okay? So what you can't see is the plane of inertia at the moment, but in the next one you will see. But this is the eye, the all-seeing eye. This is the only way the universe works, magnetism. This magnetic torus torsion field is the only way the universe works. Galaxies, atoms, human beings, solar systems, all do this.
You see, if I leave it in one place for a second, because it's so sensitive, it'll leave a burn. It's only a temporary burn, but it'll leave a burn in the, do you know that there's less, even on this giant supercell, there's less than 2 drops of ferrofluid. Of course, the other solution is something else, but we only have 3 drops of fluid.
How's my camera angle, guys?
Oh, it's perfect.
Great. Yep.
Okay.
And a lot of that actually squished out in the formation of this. So we actually got about 2 drops of fluid covering this gigantic cell here. Let's go with another magnet. Let's go with a weird one that I made using, it wants to jump, always on me, likes to jump. Hold on, here we go.
Can you hear Ken's voice?
Jump on me.
Yep, clearly.
I'm putting tiny magnets inside of a ring magnet.
Oh.
Yeah, I have little 2 millimeter cubes inside here. What happens when you think I stick a polarizing filter over top of this? Huh? And twist the polarizing filter. I have to save that for another video, won't we? Okay, it goes there. Now let's talk about, I'm going to call this magnet Broken Beauty. It's a really tough one, really powerful magnet. Broken Beauty, a really thick ring magnet. That's the thickness of it there, but it's broken. So what happens? What do you think that would look like? Let's slide her out onto the ice. Take a look. Here's Broken Beauty. Right there. Let's write Broken Beauty. Now, recognize the field pattern. It looks like an S, right? Pretty much. Let's arrange Broken Beauty into a different pattern. Let's say, God, she's really tough too. Tough. Why am I calling a magnet a she? I need to get it out of the house more, don't I?
Well, let me just pause there. I know why, because as you will learn through my presentation and all the presentations I've done on magnetism, that it is she. The he of the eternal conjugate co-eternal couple is dielectricity, which would be God, Krishna, and magnetism would be the goddess Radharani. And of course, the third principle is electricity, which is the child, the only begotten child of the 2 field modalities. So he's correct when he calls magnets she. Its force and motion is a she energy. It's not masculine.
There we go. Now we got a different. Magnetism finds its own pressure. Now we have a completely different formation. You're looking at the heart of the most fundamental field in the universe. The only true field actually is magnetism. Everything else is a field modality or an anti-field. Anti-field towards counter space, which would be an erasure of space. Magnetism is, by definition, space and magnitude. Space is not a thing in of itself. Space has no properties.
Now, let me just stop there. He said there's three things going on. The field, magnetism. The anti-field, dielectricity, which we've already mentioned. And electricity is a field modality. Okay, so those are the three, the Holy Trinity.
Which is exactly what Nikola Tesla said, by the way. Let's take a look at this cylinder magnet.
Now, here's where it gets really cool.
So we'll roll it onto the ice.
Okay, so now what you're seeing, guys, here is the hyperboloid. What you have is a north pole and south pole of a magnet. Okay, so we're gonna see that there are no poles. There's just redshift, blue shift. One of these is redshift, and one is blue shift. Due to phase disparity, this is what all magnets do. So there's no such thing as north and south pole, but there is redshift and blue shift. And here, please pay attention. This in the middle here, this is the plane of inertia vertically. Sometimes he has it horizontally, but it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Now, pay attention to all the animals you see. Here you see a bird. Soon you will see a fish, and you will see all the zodiacal animals. And you will see how when the Bible says that God made all the seeds so that every race of beings will reproduce by its seed. These are the seeds. It's not talking about physical material seeds. It's speaking about the spiritual magnetic seeds of all things in existence. If you pay attention to the last 4 minutes, you will see all the animals. You will see ostriches, you will see chickens, you will see fish, you will see all the animals.
And this is weird. This is weird because my wife put a series of questions on paper that I have here, and one of the questions was, where does the animal sign of astrology come from? And you just answered it.
I'm going to answer that all today. Everything will be understood.
Fascinating, huh? If you look real closely, you see, now we have a bright line right here, which is a mirror of the centrifugal divergence. Then we have a dimmer, different color, orange, and then we have a dark line actually separating those two boundaries, then a lighter line, which actually looks like a bowl-shaped formation, which is exactly as it should look. And then we have the total absence of light, which is a mirror of the, see, the magnet is turning towards the Earth's magnetic lines. Let me turn it this way. Oops. Yeah. When something's on some really slick glass like this.
Now, guys, this plane of inertia is going horizontally now. You can see, okay? Now, this plane of inertia, it's very important that you understand what it is. In academic science, and mainstream conventional science, they call this the block wall, okay? The block wall. Ken Wheeler calls it the plane of inertia, okay? The dielectric plane of inertia. It's very important that you understand these two poles and this plane of inertia. They form a cross. Everything is a cross in nature. Everything. If you look at the word laminin, the smallest part of your body is called laminin. L-A-M-I-N-I-N. Google image laminin afterward, and you will see that your body, everything in your body is in the shape of a cross.
Wants to turn however it wants to turn. There we go. What do you think? Should we grab the little cube magnets next? Okay, let's do that. Place them down here. These are 2mm cubes. These are not very powerful. These are pretty damn weak. But the image will slowly appear. Actually, I can see it rather clearly. I'm just doing this slightly overexposed by about a stop so you can see it. Still not super clear. Didn't expect much out of 2mm cubes. Now we're going to use a 1/2" cube. This is the 1/2" cube underneath the supercell. And take a look. And there's one of the poles. Obviously, you see how.
Now, see, he has the pole facing the underneath side of the ferro cell filled with ferrous liquid. And it's only 1 micron thick, by the way, and you get all of this holographic dimension. He reckons there's about 4 to 5 inches when you have it in your hands. You can't see this right now because it's on film, but what he's going to do is he's going to turn the magnet over and you will see the 2 poles. Okay, this is where it gets interesting.
The center looks like a bowl-shaped formation. You can actually see it. Now let's turn it on its side. There we go. Now do you see the phase shift? You see how this is dark orange and this is like bluish green?
Okay, you heard it. Now he's pointing out the phase shift. You can see the blue shift here. And you can see the red shift here. Obviously, red is close. Yeah, red is closer. If he moves the magnet over there, this will become red shift, and that will become blue shift. But see, this is the plane of inertia here. And now here are the 2 hyperboloid formations extrapolating outwards. But you see them flat. But really, it's because of the film. But it's not flat, of course.
See the phase shift?
Notice the birds. Notice the fish.
Now you see the plane of inertia. You notice the bright line right at the center of it. A bright line forming right at the plane of inertia, like right there. Right here.
That's the plane of inertia, right there. The block wall, so called.
It's a straight line.
Yes.
Actually raising and lowering the cell.
There's the fish.
I don't have much radius to turn.
Yeah.
So you can't turn the magnet.
All the animals are here, all of them. The lion, you can see the feline in a minute. The equine.
Also hard to turn a cube.
The bovine, the ovine, they're all here.
Brush
These are all signs of the zodiac.
So let's place it on top.
The bovine is Taurus, the ovine is Aries, the other ovine is Capricorn, the equine is Sagittarius, the feline is Leo.
Just for last because it leaves little smudges on the glass.
There's your fish, Pisces. There's your birds. There's your emu, ostrich. All animals are here.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you can always drop a donation.